Hi guys. I know it's been a minute since I've done an In the Weeds with Picky Weeds with you guys, but I wanted to talk to you this morning about a really, really great herb that very few people seem to know a lot about. And I have found it to be just absolutely an amazing plant. It's Baikal skullcap. I'm going to get it in closer where you can actually read the label here. Give it just a second. So as you can see, magically you can use this tea for preventing nightmares if your children are having nightmares. Um, you can also use it as a restorative after a spiritual and magical assault or a recovery from exorcism or other kinds of spiritual trials that you've been through that just kind of left you fatigued and feeling wasted. So for medicinal uses on the label, it tends to say it's for respiratory infections, gastrointestinal, GI infections, liver problems, swelling, inflammation. But Chinese medicine started using it to treat bacterial infections. They started using it to treat hepatitis and tumors. And this is the interesting thing. It is very active against cancer. Baikal skullcap, or what we know as barbed skullcap, barbed. It's Scutellaria baraclinensis, and it's got little barbs on it. Let me show you. I just washed my hands and sanitized, so I'm going to pull it out and show you. It's sort of a messy herb to work with, but it's incredible. So it has little barbs all over it. I don't know if you guys can see these. It's really woody. It's kind of a vine-like structure. It's really incredible. What the Chinese do, what I've been reading about, they've been working in concert with some other institutions here in the States and around the world, actually. So this is sort of a cooperative effort. They have been taking the barbed skullcap, and the Chinese brew it down into a decoction. So they reduce the brew, and then they let it powder what is left of the brew after it's done. And then they use that concentrate and they put it in hot fluids and they ingest it. And they do that because it has some serious effect on cancer, cancerous tumors, cancerous growth. So I highly recommend, if you have somebody suffering, that you at least give it a try. As with anything in this venue, I have to say, speak with your physician first. Let them know, because a lot of things can interact. I don't know of any interactions with barbed skullcap, but that doesn't mean that you might not have an allergic reaction to it. It might not mean that there's been any research done on certain drugs that you might be on. So always check it out. Always find out what the chemical constituency of the herb is and how those might actually interact with a drug that you're currently on. As always, for safety's sake, speak to your physician about whether you should add this to your regimen, but it's worth a shot if it's cancer, because we all know how absolutely ravaging and hateful and ugly that particular disease is. So that's been another In the Weeds with Picky Weeds. Everything today about Baikal, or barbed is the common name, barbed skullcap. And here's to your health, guys. Have a great day.